Welcome back to our NCAA14 revamped Dynasty with the Marshall Thundering Herd. Last week was a great week for the program. We take care of business on the road 45-7 against Boston College. Fuqua goes an efficient 15 of 20 for 292 yards and 5 scores and remains atop the Heisman list. And our highest rated recruit of the class, 81 overall defensive end Daniel Dodd, commits. You can't ask for much more than that. This week, Dabo's boys come to town in another ranked ACC matchup. I'm Kimbroplays, let's go. Marshall is up to number 2 in the country behind the 6-0 Florida Gators, but we have been slowly closing the gap, receiving 21 first place votes this week. Very curious to see if the coaches poll is different than the college football playoff rankings, with the first batch of rankings coming out next week. We loved seeing Michigan go down, losing to number 7 Penn State, and it sets up a huge matchup in the Big Ten this week. Number 4 Nebraska is headed to State College in what looks like will be an awesome and evenly matched game. We will definitely check in on that one later. As we saw last week, Oklahoma lost to Texas and North Carolina dropped another one, losing to number 23 Pitt. And to add to even more of the chaos from last week, Alabama lost its second game to Texas A&M 38-24, and it's getting incredible at this point, but USC lost again and is out of the top 25 altogether. Wow. Marshall sits atop the ACC, but Syracuse and today's opponent Clemson have both yet to lose a conference game. So again, we find ourselves in a huge game fighting for our division lives. I guess this big boy conference football stuff is like that. On the other side, Virginia Tech remains unbeaten in the conference, but Miami and Pitt are right there as well, chasing the Hokies down. Time to dive into today's big game. Number 15 Clemson, despite losing to 5-1 Charlotte in week 2, on paper they are still very legit. A overall, A on offense, A+ on defense. They're currently the number 3 team in total defense, powered by the number 2 ranked pass D in the country. But we're no slouch either. We're number 9 in total D with the top overall run defense. So this is going to be a fun one, and I can't wait to see those guys fly around. Your boy Dabo is still in charge, and despite him being possibly the most annoying coach in college football, he has been damn good. 11 wins or more in 4 out of the last 5 seasons. He's 47-28 against top 25 teams, so he usually does get his guys up for big games. And this roster has dudes. We mentioned the A+ defensive rating. Having 99 overall Barrett Carter and 97 overall Cade Denhoff will help. But they aren't bad at the skill positions either. 94 overall wide receiver Dakari Collins, 93 overall quarterback Will Taylor, and 93 overall running back Sean Parks lead them offensively. And you can make the case that their O-line is a question mark with no one above an 84, but having Will Taylor, a second-year starter, can make up for a lot of issues that the line faces. He's currently throwing for 276 yards per game on average, 18 touchdowns to just 3 interceptions. He's got 99 acceleration, 99 agility, and 85 speed. This is a dangerous quarterback, and we got to be ready. 3 recruits are in Huntington today, a few 3-star depth pieces in Benson and Schneider who would be good to get, but the big fish of the day is Joseph Davis, a 4-star wide receiver with really good size. Let's hopefully put on a show for these guys. Welcome back to the Joan. Marshall in the All Blacks, we mean business today. But Clemson has been one of the hottest teams of the last 15 years, and they played spoiler to North Carolina just a few weeks ago, so they are dangerous. Clemson has been playing football since 1896 and is one of the founding members of the ACC. They claim 3 national titles, 2 under Dabo, of course, and they have 3 players and 4 coaches in the College Football Hall of Fame. They are also known for some of the most high-profile NFL players in the league at the moment. Guys like DeAndre Hopkins, Sammy Watkins, Grady Jarrett, Mike Williams, Christian Wilkins, Dexter Lawrence, Hunter Renfrow, Shaq Lawson, Trevor Lawrence, and of course, Deshaun Watson. Clemson kicking it off. Marshall is going to get the ball first, and we are underway in week 8. Eric Love runs this one out of his own 1. He gets hit and falls down at the 20. And James Fuqua, 15 of 20, 292 yards and 4 passing touchdowns last week. It's time to get it going. First play of the game, running left with Ethan Payne. They string him out, and he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 12, Fuqua now rolling out to the right side, little half rollout, 7 yards to Lou Walker. That sets up a 3rd and 4. Upcoming, Fuqua lobbing on the corner route, and he finds John Bass. 18-yard reception and a 1st down. Really nice catch, contested. John Bass has been making it happen for us this year. We give it to Payne on 1st down. He's got 5. Now a play action from Fuqua, drifting back, buying some time. Now looking downfield, cutting, gets hit. They spin him down after a 1-yard gain. Felt like he had some guys open downfield. We could have hit square on that play. Now on 3rd and 4, Fuqua over the middle. Chancellor Bright gets hit at the point of catch. It's broken up, and we are going to have to punt it. Just kidding. Marshall and Coach Mayo keeping the offense on the field. I love the aggressiveness as Walker has it over the middle in the drag route. 11-yard reception for Lou Walker, and the first down as Marshall keeps it going. Now, zone read keeper Fuqua takes a hit in the backfield but hangs on, leaves us with a 2nd and 6. In the shotgun, looking deep up the seam, it's Brennan Armstrong wide open. 33-yard touchdown for TE1 as Fuqua's 4 of 5 with a touchdown on the opening drive. Pretty much the easiest throw he might have in this entire game. Not sure what the Clemson secondary is up to. As you can see, number 1, the safety sort of plays Brennan Armstrong like he's running a slant, but he's actually just going deep the entire time. Brennan doesn't change his shoulders or his hips. He just runs a go ball. Luckily, we catch it and we notice it and we throw the ball and it's in. Touchdown Marshall. 7-0 just like that. Good opening drive in the rain in Huntington. We get the ball up into the air to Evans, one of their safeties, out across the 30, 35 and out just short of the 40-yard line. Good return for Clemson, as they've got 2 guys in Evans and Frazier at free safety who are 99 speeds. Those dudes can absolutely fly. 2nd and 2. Now it's a 1-yard TFL. This one by Malcolm Folk as they tried to run the speed option right. It's going to leave him with a 3rd and 3 as Sean Parks in the Wildcat fakes the zone read, tries to keep it, and we blow that one up. Josh Hardiman gets into the backfield and forces the punt. 3 and out, and Marshall's got it back as Matthews has it on this first play of the next possession. He's out across the left side for a first down. Now we go right back to Matthews on consecutive plays. 7-yard reception as he starts to get warmed up. Motioning Brennan Armstrong across the formation. Inside give to Ethan Payne on the inside zone, and it busts open for 9 as he finds a nice hole on the midfield logo. Fuqua now taking a deep shot left, finding John Bass in the honey hole. Beautifully done. 31-yard reception as we catch him in cover 2. Changing up the play in the plus side of the red zone. Fuqua out on the edge. Is he going to throw it? Nope, he's going to tuck, and he slides down safely. Now we're set up inside the 10, right about the 5-yard line. 1st and goal. Shotgun. Fuqua drifting, feeling pressure, now escapes the pocket. Can he get to the end zone? He's going to get there. James Fuqua, 4-yard touchdown run as Marshall puts together 2 beautiful drives to start this game in the first quarter. This is just all Fuqua, escapability. They run man coverage down here with a little bit of a zone under hook coverage, so we had nowhere to go, and it was just time to bail out as the pressure got home. Beautifully done by James Fuqua to lead this team on back-to-back touchdown drives, and we have our first studio update of the day. Georgia Tech and North Carolina, they are down bad, down 14-7. It's still early, just finishing up the first quarter, but this North Carolina team is struggling. Clemson's got it back. Their second possession from their own 25 as he hits Terrence Page for an 8-yard reception on first down. Will Taylor, the quarterback, as we talked about, super speed, 85 speed, and a ton of agility and acceleration. I don't know too much about his arm. I know he's more accurate than he is big, as Watkins got a deflection on that play as he hits Page underneath on 3rd and 2. So I think Taylor's a bit of a distributor who can run the football. We'll have to see how much they try to test us downfield and what that means for this game. And there's the wheels, and beautifully done by Aiden Hubbard. Gets just enough of a shoelace to bring him down as they go Wildcat again. Interesting decision. Second time Sean Parks has been back there, the starting running back, and he's got 2 consecutive TFLs. It's 3rd and 14. Taylor looking right, well short of the sticks. Phil Bass has it, but they're going to have to punt it again. Back-to-back possessions that don't get across the midfield stripe. Marshall has it from about the 28-yard line as Ethan Payne struggles to find some room on first down. Cade Denhoff, their top defensive end, makes some nice plays as we go inside to Ethan Payne. This time, much more success. 7-yard rush on second down as we dump it underneath to William Matthews. He takes a big hit. That's already 3 receptions for Matthews as he's really looking good today. Fuqua looking left in the zone blitz. Absolutely fools us. Luckily, Cade Denhoff is a defensive end. Yikes, he totally got us fooled. We thought he was out there in the out route by himself, and now, second down, not much better. TFL. Terrence Sims gets the tackle. Now a 3rd and 11. Fuqua stepping up over the middle. What a strike. Lou Walker takes a big hit, but we recognize as we spread them out that that's a linebacker on Lou Walker. He's always going to win on an in-breaking route, and we get the first down, convert the long one. 1st and 10 outside of the pocket again. The wheels slide down. Nicely done by Fuqua. He's got 9 yards. Now an inside give to Payne as a lane opens up. He's got the first in about 8 yards. Looking good. Running out of shotgun so far. 6 carries, 29 yards. Now running right. Does a good job cutting it back. 4-yard gain, and we're just outside of the 15-yard line as we step up and look to run, break a tackle, then get hit, fumble it. Thomas Webb luckily dives on it as we get sacked for 8 yards. Denhoff, that defensive end we talked about, he just gets inside on Marcus. 55 flies off of us. That was Sims, and we fumble it. Luckily, we're able to recover it, and it sets up a 3rd and 15 as we look to run again. Can we get outside of the pocket? Fuqua does. What a magician. He's going to pick up the first down. 17-yard scramble. Put the team on your back, too. My goodness. Beautiful stuff from James Fuqua. As we go counter, Payne hitting the backfield twice, stumbling and twirling. TFL as the run game struggles here down in the red area. 2nd and goal. Fuqua flipping it out to the sideline. Tommy Chambers out there by himself. He's going to push his way into the end zone. And Marshall, 21-0 in the first half. This is beautiful. We're running slants, and this call has a flat out to the sideline to Chambers, and he gets hit at the 2-yard line and pushes his way through. Not known for his power, but check out the will and effort by 85. Love to see it. Marshall, are you kidding me? Dream start, 21-0. Sean Parks strung out, only 2 yards on first down as we come up upon the 4-minute mark of the second quarter as the first half is winding down. Good hit by Daniels. Setting up a 3rd and 4. Taylor alone. They try to go for the screen. Watkins drops it. That would have been a pick 6. He would stroll into the end zone. But Marshall continuing to be set up, I think helped by some really questionable play calling from Clemson. But fact of the matter is we've got the ball on their side of the 50 now as we keep it on zone read with Fuqua. He's already up to 60 rushing yards on 9 carries. He's been wonderful on the ground. And now looking for more. This 1st and 10 play opens up beautifully as we scramble and find even more space. Inside the 15 again, Fuqua drifting, now feeling the pressure, flips this one out of bounds. Good to not take a sack. 2nd and 10, pressure in the backfield. Fuqua escapes it, throwing to the end zone. Matthews, unable. He doesn't animate. I swear I was holding triangle to try to get him to catch that thing. 3rd and 10 upcoming, now lobbed over the middle. I can't tell if this was lobbed or if this was an overthrow on the check down. Either way, forces the 4th and 10. We're going to just take the points, keep the good vibes rolling. Marshall taking the 24-0 lead as we approach the 2-minute mark, 2:15 to be exact, of the first half. Taylor on first down, finding Bass underneath. We're going to have to really be smart, not play too soft. Let them march this thing downfield and put some points on the board. It's Page over the middle, stiff-arming Daniels. He's got 19 yards. Terrence Page, big body. But we have not heard Takari Collins' name as he's been matched up all day with Watkins, and there's our boy Martin. They're going to take the timeout. They show Coach Mayo, but Clemson uses their first. 2nd and 16, throwing up the sideline, Watkins. David Watkins should have had this interception, y'all. Second deflection of the game, leaving them with a 3rd and 16, minute and 40 to go. Taylor looking left, and he's going to hit Bass. Really nice timing throw, 20-yard reception, and they're out at about the 30 from Marshall. Now Taylor looking to scramble using the legs. He slides down to protect himself. We'll see if they use a timeout here or not. They do not. 2nd and 7 upcoming, maintaining their timeouts. Taylor over the middle, and I think that was Bass who dropped it. He tried to one-hand it, couldn't haul it in. 3rd and 7 with 1:08 to go as they call the draw, trying to catch us off guard. Sean Parks goes backwards. Jermaine Johnson was not fooled. His 2nd TFL of the day. They tried to kill a bunch of clock, so we hit the timeout button. Want to preserve a little bit of time because this looks to be a deep field goal. Hey, but this one's true. He drills it as they get 3 points on the board. North Carolina coming back. We spoke too soon. 21-14 is the score in that one as they are close to the first half being over. They tack on their 3. Clemson gets the ball into the air. It's Eric Love with 43 seconds left in the first half. Bumps into his own guy. Scott Ward breaks it out on the left side. He's going to get shoved out of bounds after 32 yards. But Marshall's going to have good field position. We have 2 timeouts. Definitely want to see what we can do here. 37 seconds left. Fuqua drifting, getting outside of the pocket as we're struggling to get open downfield. Takes a big shot, but he's out of bounds along the sideline. He pops right back up. Good little scramble to get the first for us. Now throw deep over the middle. That's William Matthews as we link it up on the post route. Beautifully done by Matthews, and we take the timeout. Coach Mayo stops the clock. 27 seconds left to go in the first half. 24-3 Marshall. Fuqua out on the edge, dives out of bounds, doesn't want to take the hit. Does stop the clock. 21 seconds and counting. Now, pressure in his backfield instantly, and he's going to get shoestring tackled. They're going to give that a sack to Terrence Sims, and we have to use our last timeout. Man, Fuqua had nothing but green grass. 3rd and 9, and Fuqua's got nothing but green grass here as he's going to scramble, pick up the first. 8 seconds to go in the first half. Really good stuff. 101 yards on the ground already for Fuqua. 1st and 10, throwing up the seam, and Frazier undercut it. Really probably should have intercepted that ball. Good play by 24. We tried to sneak it into Chancellor Bright. 2nd and 10. We go right back to Bright on the jump ball, and he doesn't jump. I'm holding triangle with Chancellor Bright, trying to get up there, make a contested catch in single coverage, and he doesn't jump. Frazier picks it off. Marshall squanders an opportunity to add more to their halftime lead, but nevertheless, it's a 24-3 lead at home against the number 15 team in the country, and we held them to -7 rush yards in the first half. Only gave them the ball for 5 minutes, and we scored a bunch of times. So all is well. No reason to panic. Definitely would have loved to put more points on the board right there, but we will take that. It is time for the 3rd quarter as they go draw play to Parks, who stiff arms 2 men, 3 men. Oh, that was a tough run. He must be pretty frustrated that they have not put points on the board as they go right back to Parks, fighting off more tackles. But this time he's going to get rallied up on by the Marshall D. He's going backwards. 2nd and 11, speed option. They pitch it late. Yates is in the backfield, and Amir Yates is going to get brought down by Malcolm Folk. Beautifully done. 3rd and long for Taylor, and they have not been well in this situation all day. Taylor feeling the pressure off his back foot. Oh man, he throws it just wide. It is incomplete, and they're going to have to punt it again. So Marshall's got the ball just shy of their 40-yard line as Payne finds a little space off the left edge. But a flag is down. We're going to get got for clipping. That was John Bass, they said. Unfortunate little play there sets us up with a 1st and 17. I didn't see the clip, but they said it was there as we had somebody streaking down the middle. Is that Chancellor Bright as he comes back for the ball, but he does not animate again and can't get to it. We had Bright, but we had already started a scramble left. 2nd and 17, just looking for a little bit more of a manageable 3rd down. Fuqua keeps it himself and gets 6, and that sets us up with a 3rd and 11. Now deep, looking right to Lou Walker, who's got 9. He's just short of the 1st down, but it's 4th and 2 from about midfield, so Coach Mayo gets aggressive, says keep the offense on the field. Ethan Payne fights off a little bit at the line of scrimmage, but he's got 9 yards in a 1st, and we convert a 2nd 4th down conversion of the day. Payne's got 2 yards on 1st down. 2nd and 8 upcoming. Fuqua keeper getting converged on by 2 Clemson players. He's got 7. And it's a manageable 3rd and 1 upcoming as we just give it to Payne as he follows the right side of that offensive line, converting on the ground. Payne, 12 carries and 51 yards as he's got it again here, his 13th tote of the day. 2nd and 6. 5-step drop, now a scramble. Now back across his body to Armstrong, and they're going to tackle him right about the line of scrimmage, so no harm, no foul on that one. 3rd and 6. Quick little turnaround to Armstrong, 7 yards, and he converts the 1st. Under center, giving left to Payne on 1st down as we are back inside the red zone. 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter as we have really held onto the possession. Fuqua on the outskirts, finding John Bass as we see Bass streaking on his little over route. I guess this was really an in. Yeah, this is nasty from John Bass. Has the DB in a blender. Fuqua's outside of the pocket looking to buy some time. Looks back across the middle, and John Bass is there. Marshall into the end zone once again. We love to see it. Beautifully done by the Marshall O. 31-3 is our score now. 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Sean Parks drops it. He felt the footsteps. Switching up the play, 2nd and long. Taylor over the middle. Bass now drops it. Back-to-back drops. He's 7 of 14 and getting no help from his wide receivers. There's Dakari Collins, their best wide receiver, getting his 1st catch of the day. But Watkins was right on his back, and it was short of the 1st, so they punt it to us again. Unreal. This Clemson offense has been just completely stagnant and unoriginal all day long. Payne get hit hard. 1 yard gain for Ethan Payne, leaving us with a 3rd and 2 as we look out right to Lou Walker, and we are able to sneak outside and get the zone coverage beater link it up for a first down. 15 seconds left to go in the third quarter, and a really nice play here by the only really threatening player from them, Cade Denhoff, who fights through Marcus, the freshman left tackle, is able to get to Fuqua. And then we use that aggressiveness against him on the very next play, as we used him as the key on zone read. We pick up 8 yards, leaves us with a 3rd and 9. We've been pretty good at this distance. Denhoff was on us, and he misses the dive. Fuqua is able to get outside and slide down to protect himself. He's winning on the left side on these pass rushes, but we're also running around him. Marcus on that play actually went low and flipped him upside down. We love to see it. Brennan Armstrong has the 5-yard reception. Marshall just outside the 20. Now we give it inside to Payne, and he rumbles forward for 7 yards, and we are threatening again. Now 6:45 in the fourth quarter. Big out route to the right sideline. John Bass holds on to it, and it's 1st and goal. Now, 1st and goal is Frazier again. The 99 speed white safety has us for the second time. This one's tough. I'm late. Look at Chandler Taylor, number 6 on the right side. He's there. He has already run that route. I didn't see him fast enough, and I try to squeeze a fastball in there, and the recovery speed is too much. They pick us off in the end zone. Everything was right about that. It was the right read, the right decision. Just a tick or two too late to make that throw. Clemson has it back as Page steps out of bounds, pushes Eric Love over. 5-yard reception. They've got the first down. This is a big possession. They really need to put something together if they're going to have any chance to get back into this game in a meaningful way. Parks rattles off a nice one of 14, but I don't think they should be running the ball too much more. Taylor feeling the pressure, throwing to Dakari Collins, the 93 overall. He finally beats Watkins off the line of scrimmage and drops it on the slant route. Unreal, and they're still going with the draw play. Dabo, what are you doing with the play sheet, buddy? 3rd and 13, they sprint Taylor out left. Doesn't give him a lot of options. Page has it, but it's short of the first down again. And they opt to punt, not even going for it on 4th down. They give it back to Marshall. So you know what? Let's just end it for them. We've got the huge lead. Let's just pound it down their throat until this game is over. Now Fuqua, keeping it himself, needs to slide down and does. They're going to give him the first down. 3.5 minutes to go. You know what? Play action. Screw these guys. Throw the seam shot to Lou Walker. 28 yards and a first down. They were keen on the run so hard. You know what? We're fine. We'll throw it. I don't care. I don't care about running up the score. Payne's got 4 yards. We give it to him again. This time he's got 6 as he trucks over Frazier in the inside of the 6-yard line, and Marshall's set up from the goal line. 1st and goal upcoming. Fuqua stepping back to throw, launching over the middle. 3-yard touchdown to Chandler Taylor as we rub it in on Dabo. Like I said, my least favorite coach in all of college football. Simple slant route. We see them in zone coverage. Fuqua just needs to drift a little bit and buy enough time. Chandler Taylor with his first career touchdown in a Marshall jersey, and that is it. 408 yards of total offense, 5 touchdowns. We do have 3 turnovers, but you know what? Fuqua was amazing. 262 yards through the air officially, 146 on the ground, as I mentioned, 5 touchdowns. Doing work. I feel like we had a good run dating back to the college football playoff last year. Teams at our level have brought it against us and given us some really competitive games. That was not the case today. Marshall wins this one easily, 38-3 in the rain at home. Honestly, the story of this one is how well Marshall's defense played and how poorly specifically Clemson played on offense. They finished this one with 151 yards of total offense. We had over 500, 44 yards on the ground on 22 carries. Marshall has the ball for 25 minutes of possession. Clemson only had it for 10 minutes total. That's really the story. Very strange game, but Marshall has added another ranked win to its resume, and we will gladly take it in conference and keep it moving. Week 9 is up next, but first, more updates on the recruiting trail. The run on commits continues. Joseph Davis and Andre Sanders are the latest guys to join the class. They are 2 solid pickups, and equally important are a few new guys that are ready to visit. We haven't talked about them yet. 80 overall defensive tackle Hooper, 79 overall outside linebacker Rogers, who I'm super excited about, and 78 overall right guard Newell. All great news again this week on the trail. Really fired up. And as they say, the rich get richer. Marshall up to 12 guys in the class. 9 of them are 4 stars. That's almost double the next closest team in terms of 4-star commits. And the 12 that we have in the class is tied for 3rd third most in the country. So it's not just the quality, we are also getting the quantity of player. What a great class. Let's talk about today's commits. We'll start with the wide receiver. 4-star Joseph Davis. He could ultimately be the lowest rated guy at the position if we hit on our other few targets. They are super high-end players, and I'm very excited, but Davis is no slouch. 6'3", 207 pounds from Texas. He's a 76 overall, but he was a +6 gem. He's got solid speed for his big 6'3" frame, 90 carry on 80 route running, and 84 spec catch. I think he could be a really solid X receiver who gives us a little run after the catch potential as well. Might take Davis a few years to see the field as he rounds out the rest of his skill set, but I like his chances, and I absolutely see him fitting a role in this offense in the future. Next is Andre Sanders, 6'5", 287 from Florida. He's a 4-star prospect and was the number 16 defensive tackle in this class. Only one spot behind Will Taylor, who's actually already signed. We love that. Sanders is a 74 overall, and he's a little more developmental than Taylor, but he's still solid. Starts off with 80 power move, 75 finesse, and he's an upper mid-70s guy basically everywhere else. So I see him as another guy who can be a solid starter in a few years for this team. As we wrap up scores from around the country, the big game we talked about in the Big Ten, Penn State takes out Nebraska 21-16, and this looked like it was a fun one. Nebraska tries to make a late comeback as they tack a touchdown on with 2 minutes and 48 seconds left, but ultimately it wasn't enough. Checking in on another score, it looks like the NIU Husky run is over. Northern Illinois was number 5, and they fall to MAC rival Toledo. 34-31 is the final score. Toledo puts together 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, including the game winner with 9 seconds to play. That's pretty awesome. It says top 25 polls across the top, but this is the first official release of the college football playoff rankings, and look at who is in the top spot. Marshall. 7-0, getting the nod from the committee ahead of Florida and Penn State. Feels real good to be getting the recognition as the defending national champions, who are undefeated and have a ton of ranked wins, so I'm not sure what they're doing on the other AP poll and the coaches poll. Big win today, even if it was a little bit weird, but hey, beating Dabo is always a good time. I will always enjoy it. It looks like Cuse took an L, and it takes a little bit of the shine off of next week's matchup against them, but we still need to win every game. Thanks so much for the love on this series, y'all. Be sure to like and subscribe. Take care of yourselves until I see you next time. I love y'all. Peace.